So far, our page has only text elements. Let us have a look at VTC homepage. You would see that this page looks so much better because it uses images so effectively. You would see usage of background image, image cards, etc. The logo that you see here is nothing but an image. Let us learn how we can add images to our web pages. I would like to add content something like this. This includes an image and some text around it. We will clear all the content of our test file so that we can concentrate on adding images. To add an image, you will need to place your image somewhere. This will allow you to define path of your image you would like to display. You may need multiple images. It's a good practice to group all your images in a folder. I will create a folder named img in the root directory and store images I want to use in that folder. Let us create a div to add new section. In this section, I would like to place my image. To add an image, we use img tag. Let us add the desired image using img tag. We can do it by adding following line. Here, we are using source attribute to define source of the image. The value of src attribute works exactly the way value of href attribute works for anchor text. We have earlier learned to add links using anchor text. If you have an image, you could mention link of the image as source as well. For any image that is present on the web, you can find link as follow. Right click on the image and select copy image address option. You can open new tab and paste this copied address in the address bar to see how that address looks like. You would see that it's an image of Delhi NCR and browser shows its path. So if you were to use this image, you would use this link address as value of src attribute in your img tag. In case of our project, the image is within img folder in the directory where test.html is also present. Note the name of the image is vain.png. Therefore, the value of src attribute that we have used is img/vain.png. The alt attribute that we see means alternative text. In case for some reason browser is not able to load the image, the alternative text will be shown in place of image. I will also add width and height attribute so that we can learn how we can use it. Let us see how this image would look like. Note that div styling is still applicable. Also, actual size of our image was 183 pixel wide and 184 pixel height. But because we use specified 300 pixel of width and height, browser will fit it in 300 pixel width and 300 pixel height. If you do this, your image will get stretched and will look pixelated. Width and height is useful when you wish to fit a big image in a small space. But doing so would mean that browser will still end up loading your big image, which could mean that your page will become heavier and therefore loading time will get increased. Also, it's a good programming practice to define height and width of image using CSS. So, to the extent possible, always try to use exact size of your image that you want to display. Since I am using exact image, I will go and remove the height and width property of the image. I also wish to add some text in the image. I will add paragraph tag and insert my text within. You can use helper text to download image we are using, and you can also get content of paragraph which you can simply copy. I have removed the width and height property and added a paragraph. Let us see how browser will read this. You will see that the paragraph is displayed below the image. Remember we used float property in styling div element earlier? We can use that property to float our image to left. Since this is an unique image that I would like to apply float left styling, I will use id attribute. So let me go back to our test.html file and give an unique id to my image. We will open the style sheet to create id selector named image and define float property like this. I have also defined padding for my image. Let us now go and see how exactly the image and text would look like. You would see that image is floating to left and the paragraph text that we have used is on the right of the image. For a better coding practice, we should have both these elements in a single div. Let me add a div which will have text content and image both. I will give this div an ID. You must have seen use of background images on several websites. Let us open Internshala's homepage once again. The image at the top you see running across the screen is one such example of background image. Let us learn how we can add background image using HTML. Once again, I will go back to test.html file and clear all the code so that we can concentrate on background images. Background image can be added to any element. You can add background image in the element using background image property. I would like to add background image to our page and I would like it to look something like this. So in short, I would like to add image behind the h1 and h4 element on my page. Since I want image behind h1 and h4 element, I should add a division which should include both these elements as well. Since I plan to use unique background image, I will give an ID to this div. Let me call it background image. I will go back to my CSS and write an ID selector named background image. To add background image within this ID, we will use following property. Here for the time being, let me add Bruce Wayne image that we used earlier to see how exactly background images work. Let us see what the outcome would look like. You will observe that the small image that we used is being used throughout the division until the entire div contains background image. Browser, when it reads background image, starts filling element from top left corner until entire element is filled with the image. In this case, since height is not defined, only one row is being added. If the div height is more than that of image height, browser would add multiple rows containing image. Let me add a bigger image which I intend to use as my background image. I have already placed the image in the img folder that we have created earlier. I will go back to CSS and link the image of my choice. You will note that I have linked bat_cover image. I will add text content within the image and I would add few other properties as well, such as height, padding top, color, margin top, etc. and set some value to each of these property. Here we are specifying height of the image being used. By mentioning color property, we are asking browser to display content within this div in white color. We are specifying padding top as 50 pixels. I will add h1 and h4 content that we want to be displayed above this image. Once again, as a good practice, I will put them in a div. Let me give identity as content to this div. You would have noted that we want this text to be at the center of the background image. So, I will add it within center container. Let me style this div. You would have noted that I have added background color using RGB code and we have added another number next to RGB value. This is called alpha value and it is used to set transparency of the color. We have specified max width, padding and margin for this content div. Let us go back to browser and see how this background image looks. We can go to developers tool and see that padding is part of background image. You can also see that image div has assumed styling properties we have mentioned. The text color is also white. I will simply copy this HTML code of test file and add it to my index file. Let us see how our superhero page looks now. In this lesson, we learned to add background images. You can read more about background images in the helper text section.